Good morning, Magicals. Hope you had a good day yesterday. I can't lie. By the end of the day, I was more in the know than the flow, but we'll go with it and hope today's another day, a better day. Okay, guys, so today's cards, we're finally stepping out of the crown chakra and we're stepping into the solar plexus chakra today, all right? And we've got such a beautiful energy to work with this morning. Joy. How cool is that card with beautiful sunflowers on it? I love them, my favorite flower. Okay, so the energy is lifting. So we have gone through the new moon. We've set our intentions. We've released what we've needed to release. Now this is about finding the joy within us. Okay, just a little thing. The universe doesn't like voids. So when we let go of something, we are obviously making space for something new. All right. So, for example, if you are, let's just say it's relationship stuff, because love's always an easy one. If you're looking for a relationship and you have stepped away from a toxic situation, even if it's just emotionally or spiritually, the relationship may have ended, the universe will naturally then you will have made space for something new to come in, right? But in the meantime, we need to fill that stuff with joy. It's something that I've learned really, really, really profoundly in the last couple of months, the last 2 months. I've been really big, for those who follow my Facebook page, you'll know I've been really big on taking care of myself and self-love. And it's been the most incredible journey. This is what this card is about. It's about finding what brings joy to your life, to your space, doing what you love, making you a priority. Okay, Maitreya, the laughing Buddha that my business is named after, said that the purpose of life was joy, to be joyful. It's not to pay bills and to please people and to do this and to do that it's to be joyful. All right. So today, be mindful of joy. Where can you bring things into your space that bring joy to your life? Okay, very, very important for us today. It's a beautiful energy to be sitting in today. Finding joy. I mean, what a way to go. That's like chasing rainbows and catching butterflies. I mean, what a day. Okay, so what I decided to do today was I was going to use, same author, I'll put the names down there, Tori Hartman. She's also got a tarot deck, that's the chakra deck. And today's card from that is 10 of Wands. Okay, now I don't know if you can see here, but she's only holding one wand, right, in her hand. There are where this light is over here. I know it's not very clear, but here the 9 ones are in her back, but she can only carry one. Now, 10s are the ends of cycles. Okay, the 10s are endings of cycles. Also, just so you know, the reason that she has put these cards, the 10s and that into the solar plexus, she's done it very differently. Okay, so she hasn't got full suits in a specific chakra. She has got specific numbers and things like that in a specific chakra. Is because we do our mental processing in our solar plexus. Okay, our solar plexus is all about self-identity, knowing oneself, knowing what we need, knowing what we want, knowing what makes us joyful. And the 10 of Wands is about knowing what to let go of. She calls this card the self-imposed burden. Okay, so with Wands, the 10 of Wands, it's about letting go of what you've been carrying that is no longer. Okay, so slightly reoccurring theme here. We had letting go in the first one that we did on the new moon. And we had flow yesterday by going with the flow, which means we have to let go of attachment and our expected outcomes, etc. But this is really about letting go of what's burdening you. What are you carrying? That ending of cycle, that ending of energy is there for you. Let it go and fill that space with things that you love and that bring you joy. That is categorically the most important thing for today. Okay, so take time. This morning, I went and sat on my veranda for a few moments and had my cup of coffee, just watching the mist rolling in. That brings me joy. Silly little things that I've planned in my day once all my work is done to bring me joy. Okay, very, very important self-care. Then we have from the Angel and Ancestors card, Arrow. Okay, now the little caption on there says, surround yourself with positive energy. Again, Spirit saying to me very clearly, Kelsey's coming through going, find the direction that brings you joy. Seek that. Again, we spoke about following our heart. I can't remember if it was yesterday or the day before, but when we follow our heart, we find what makes us happy. Okay, that's truly the life that we're meant to be living. It's the life that we want to live, that our soul wants to live, to make us happy. When we do that, okay, when we do what brings us joy, this little chakra over here, the solar plexus, right, that we have here, it takes us to a place where we are making decisions for our highest good. We're not making decisions based on our programming. We're not making decisions based on other people's expectations of us, which is huge. That's absolutely huge. But we're making the best decisions for ourselves, our mental processing here, because we know what we want and what we need. Okay, that is what your solar plexus is about. Self-identity, knowing you. Okay, our ego resides there. So our ego not being arrogance and that, the ego being the human aspect of our soul resides there. Okay, so it's a big one. Find the things and the people that make you happy, that bring you joy. Okay, it's that kind of time to actually now focus on you, focus on your happy, and go for it. Find out what you need. And then these cards, I love them. Look at this. She Who. It's the Queen Elle set. And we got Iris today. She Who Changes. Transformation, change, and enchantment. Okay, beautiful. Okay, now if you'll have a look on this card, you'll see she's got the snake and she's got a crescent moon on it. Okay, that goes back to that whole kind of age of where the priestesses and the goddesses, and even like in the Egyptians, they would wear these things as symbols of power and ancient wisdom and connection to the goddess. This is about here stepping away from the stuff, changing what needs to be changed in order for you to find your joy. Okay. For me, one of the most recent things for me is that I no longer take client messages or calls after a certain time at night. It was getting a little bit out of hand, and I would still be messaging at like 10 o'clock at night. I never had shutdown. I never had time away from that space. Okay, so as much as I am grateful that people are reaching out, by the same token, I wasn't setting boundaries for myself. So I changed that. Okay, and the next morning I'll get back to them as soon as I'm back at work, and we'll sort out appointments, etc. But you need to look at where you need to change. What needs to change in your space in order for you to be happier, in order for you to move forward with the things that bring you joy, to let go of what's no longer serving you. So although we are focusing on joy, so we've gone from the first day we were like looking at the attachment to rejection and things like that, healing that kind of stuff. Yesterday we were talking about trying to create magic and what you're wanting to do with your space and using that energy. Today is now about, okay, so this is the life you want. Okay, this is kind of spirit saying, this is kind of how you create the life you want, by finding what brings you joy, changing what doesn't, letting go of the burdens, especially self-imposed. So the things that we carry as burdens are normally mental things that we carry in, which is why she's put all of this into the solar plexus as well, because we obviously do our mental processing there, and we create our stuff. We really do create our stuff in our heads. Let's be honest. I swear to God, if there was an Olympic team, I'd be captain of the world Olympic team for making up shit in my head. So we need to move out of that. Lighten up. I know the last couple of years with this COVID and all of that nonsense has been really tough. It's actually just been tough just generally. The energies have been tough because it's been preparing us to move into the age of Aquarius. Which we have done now, but we are still in the transition period. It takes time. You don't just come out of a 400-year period overnight, which I think all of us were kind of hoping for. It didn't happen. What's up with that shit? But it's about now moving forward. Okay, so let go, change your thought processing, change how you see yourself, change how you see the world, change how you see your needs, your wants, your desires. Okay, I'm not saying, I'm not in any way saying abdicate responsibility, like taking care of your children and stuff like that, but there has to be a balance. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Okay, so just so we're all clear on that. And then we have, this is a beautiful deck. It's one of my favorite decks. Actually, it's one of Colette Baron-Reid's lesser known decks, the Hidden Realms, the River Queen, right? Honestly, flow, let go, natural movement, like for the love of God and all things holy. So one of the things that you've been called to change and to let go of here is resistance. We spoke about this yesterday. We had flow. I think we spoke about it both days, actually. When we are sitting in a space of resistance, it creates a mental processing that goes down. Okay, fact, absolute fact. So what you're wanting to do here is to let go of it, to surrender it. This is like the third day now. Spirit has come through with this message. So someone out there is not listening. I can neither confirm nor deny that someone might be me, but we'll just move swiftly along. So go with the flow. Okay, let it all happen naturally. But in order for the flow to take place, you need to surrender. And in surrendering, you're dropping that which no longer serves you. You're dropping that which doesn't make you happy. When you are simple fact, when you are happy, your frequency is high, your vibration is high, and you are going into alignment with the things that you want. Okay, absolute fact. So, guys, for today, just be joyful. What a beautiful space to be in. Find the joy in the little things. Be present in the moment. If you're not present in any moment, you cannot find the joy in that moment because you are either with your foot in the past or your foot in the present. And then you've got one foot in either. In both. So my suggestion for today is just take a deep breath. When things feel a little bit overwhelming, when the mental stuff gets too much, take a deep breath, recalibrate, realign, and find something that makes you joyful. Okay, so I wish you the most beautiful, beautiful day today. I hope that it's full of joy and delightful things and magic. And I will catch up with you tomorrow for the next reading. Have a beautiful, beautiful day.